Jamaica is in a period of election. It's a campaign mode. And all our eyes are in Jamaica because we want to see who are they going to choose again, because there have been complaints that the current prime minister, Mr. Puppet, not doing good. So we're going to see if there will be change. But in today's video, I'm going to send a message from IBRAHIM Traore to Jamaica. We did this video sometimes back about Jamaica, talking about, or IBRAHIM Traore talking about African diasporas and Jamaica. And I saw comments where Jamaicans were saying, this is not our message, where, as he said, Jamaica. But I want to tell you that when you say Africa diaspora, Jamaica is included, because we are talking about the indigenous of Africa, okay? So IBRAHIM Traore, the leader of Burkina Faso, made several impactful speeches recently. For example,
I am moved and very happy to see you here in Burkina Faso. Since the SNC events, it is more than a pleasure that you chose to come here to Burkina. They surely told you that it is an unvisitable country. They told you that it's death here, it's war, there is only negative things, and Burkina is called black. That here, only blood and weapons flow, that's what is said elsewhere. Thank God you arrived safely. You were able to be in Bobo Dioulasso. You've lived with us. Our culture is what binds us Africans. You were able to commune with many other nationalities who came to celebrate with us. Everything went very well. Now you are in Ouagadougou, and I hope that you are very well received, very well housed, and that you managed to commune with your brothers here. This is an important message that you are sending to everyone, and now you will be the ambassadors of this message when you are at home. That Burkina is very friendly. We live in Burkina Faso. What they want to make people believe is not Burkina. This is what they draw to get people to flee Burkina, and they depict all of Africa like that. For them, Africa is misery. Africa is famine. Africa is war, but it's them who are responsible for this war. We need to unite, but they have always been there to divide us, to be able to reign on us through slavery. Our ancestors experienced it, and until today, we have it fed up in our flesh, but it continues. Our great people were deported, tortured, and again when they had their war, we supported them, but they paid us in monkey money. Others were killed when they tried to stake their claim. Several of them died in their village as a result of the war. Never recognized the work of the African. Our mission is first of all to awaken Africa and do better, so that you from the diaspora can make people understand what Africa is. When I see you, united in this association, I feel even more proud, because that's all we are asking for today. Our fight is to be able to unite, because united we are strong, divide we are weak. They have always worked to divide us, so I urge you to spread the message so that Africa can unite it. We have been lucky or unlucky enough to live through war for several years, and at some point, we had to say enough is enough, that we are fed up. We have taken our responsibilities, and we realize today more than ever that we were right to take our responsibilities. Because these armies that were installed here were never able at any time to monitor our territory, to see the terrorists who came to kill us and leave with all the means they had when we asked them to leave. Today, we were able to acquire an array of means that allow us to wage our war and ward off the threat, and contain it. I would say, we were able to equip our forces and replenish our armies. They don't necessarily like it, and they will create other schemes, but we are here and we will stand.
some of which have resonated strongly with both African leaders and diaspora leaders and Caribbean leaders. Because when you talk about Caribbean and African diaspora, we talk about Africans. That's maybe if you deny being an African. So, including the messages directed to Jamaica. Jamaica is one of the most celebrated country in Caribbean. The win of Jamaica is the win of Caribbean. We have countries like Trinidad, Grenada, and many countries in Caribbean. But when we have to generalize, we're generalizing by using Jamaica because it has around 90%, more than 80% of African indigenous, the descendants of Africa. So, in a series of speeches of IBRAHIM Traore, he condemned the lasting effects of colonialism and criticized African leaders who he feels are still influenced by foreign powers. So his message often emphasizes the need of African countries and leaders from from Caribbean to reject Western domination and take control of their own political and economic futures. And this comes to Jamaica. Jamaica, we have the influence of maybe Britain and America, still the influence of the white supremacy in Jamaican politics. We still have the influence of foreigners in the economic status of Jamaica. And that's why this message was directed to Jamaica to be specific. Now, the message of IBRAHIM Traore to Jamaica was like this. He highlighted a broader appeal to nations that have experienced colonization, calling for unity among African descendant people across the globe. He urged them to support movements that prioritize sovereignty and self-determination, aligning with this vision of Burkina Faso and other African nations to break away from the remnants of colonial influence and assert greater independence. Message of IBRAHIM Traore has a strong tone of resistance against neo-colonization and encourage solidarity across the African diaspora, which includes the country like Jamaica. Watch this video and then we go react about it. Now, welcome back. This video of IBRAHIM Traore was way back, and I understand you watched this video maybe from this channel, but I made some comments that where Jamaicans were saying this is not our video. And most of the Jamaicans were happy on what IBRAHIM Traore is talking about. And I decided to do this video to clarify some few things. When IBRAHIM Traore was talking about the unity of African diaspora Caribbeans and the unity of Africans, the unity of black people, the unity of the people who are colonized, the black people who are colonized, Jamaica is not exception. Jamaica is on the front line because we believe and we know, according to history, the slave trade happened between Africa and Jamaica. And a lot of Jamaicans are descendants of Africans. That's why you see Jamaicans too locating or, trying to have the DNA to know the roots where they come from. Because those who have accepted the motherland of Africa, they are trying to reunite with Africa. So Jamaica, as you are in election mode, we have to keep in mind that we need to do away with the leaders who are still in colonial system, the leaders who are still with the mind of colonizer, the leaders who are still the puppets of the supremacy. That's why every and each Jamaican, every and each Caribbean should watch this video of IBRAHIM Traore. There is some set of people, when we say set of people, I say maybe the whites, supremacy and the colonizers. They fear the unity of black people. They fear the unity of African diaspora, Jamaicans or Caribbeans and Africa. Because all our brain went. So when these people come together, when we come together as black communities everywhere, we can do wonders. And that's what they don't want. It is biblical that when Caribbean, African diaspora, when everyone will go back to their home, it will be amazing. But this is what they don't want. And that's why we have a lot of restrictions on traveling. It's very hard for you to travel from Africa to Caribbean. But the message is loud and clear about Jamaica. So if you are saying that this message is not for you, it's maybe you are not a support of the motherland. It's maybe you don't want anything to do with Africa. It's maybe you don't want to do anything by white, by black, or by Caribbean, or by African diaspora. So it's high time for the unity of Africans diaspora, and the unity of Jamaica. I get so mad when I see videos of Black Americans and Jamaicans getting up to each other, not loving each other, not supporting each other. I get mad when I see Black Americans and Africans have these quarrels that indigenous Africans don't love us. I get mad because that's a disunity, and that's what they are pushing, because they want us to not be united. If we are not united as the black people, it's an easy target, easy way. Inner core is very easy. The bond is not strong. So the elements are just frequently. So it's very easy to penetrate inside. But when we come together, the van der Waals, something come together, the electrons, they come together, we form a covalent bond, a very strong bond between Africans, diaspora, Caribbeans, and Africa. It will be very hard for you to penetrate when these three have come together. So basically, IBRAHIM Traore knows at his young age, he knows what needs to be done so that Africans can be great. He knows what needs to be done so that black people can be great again. He knows what is done so that the remnants of the colonials can come back to their motherland. He knows when the African diaspora come back to motherland, the Caribbeans come back to motherland, we will be great. And this message was one, and that's my message too. Be the ambassador of Africa. They are telling you, they are teaching you that Africa is bad. They are telling you and showing you that Africa has goons everywhere. They are telling you that Africa is forest. People are not living in Africa. They are telling you only the negative side. Try to visit Africa. Try to see what is or what the motherland offers for you. It's something great. It's something great. And I don't know what Jamaicans want. I don't know if they want a Republic of Jamaica or they are still comfortable with being under British Empire. I don't know. But I saw the PM, the Prime Minister, meeting a British minister, and he was telling him that they need to be independent as Jamaica. I don't want to see a place where Jamaicans are attacking Africans, Black Americans attacking Jamaica, Africans attacking Black Americans. That is the shit they want between us. So that, whenever children are fighting, it's very easy for a thief to come from outside or a neighbor from outside and come to steal from them because you won't fight back. But when the children, the sons and daughters of your house are united, it's not easy for you to attack them. So from deeper side of my heart, I'm sending this message to Jamaicans, to African diaspora. It is time to come back to the motherland. It is time not to believe what they say on television. Come and see it for yourself. It is time for acceptance. All those who are not accepting about Africa, it is time for acceptance. Whenever a man accepts himself, whenever he starts knowing about himself, there is where he got more blessings, I know our ancestors have something good for us, more blessing and more blessings. Don't follow the teachings that will guide you to hate your black brother, guide you to hate another person, Let's see how we can reunite by our ancestral land and make Africa great again. And that's why I'm doing it the African way every day, every time. Don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel. Please like this video. You can join the membership. You can send super thanks. Until next episode, peace be with you.